According to Fijian legend, the great chief Lutanu Soba led his people across the seas to the new land of Fiji. Most authorities agree that people came into the Pacific from Southeast Asia via the Malay Peninsula. Here the Melanesians and Polynesians mixed to create a highly developed society long before the arrival of Europeans. The European discoveries of the Fiji group were accidental. The first of these discoveries was made in 1643 by the Dutch explorer Abel Tasman, and English navigators, including Captain James Cook, who sailed through in 1774 and made further explorations in the 18th century. The first Europeans to land and live among the Fijians were shipwrecked sailors and runaway convicts from the Australian penal settlements. Sandalwood traders and missionaries came by the mid-19th century. Cannibalism practiced in Fiji at the time quickly disappeared as missionaries gained influence. When Ratu Serukakubau accepted Christianity in 1854, the rest of the country soon followed and tribal warfare came to an end. From 1879 to 1916, Indians came as indentured labourers to work on the sugar plantations. After the indentured system was abolished, many stayed as independent farmers and businessmen. Today they comprise 43.6% of the population. The archipelago consists of some 300 islands and 540 inlets scattered over 1 million square miles, 3 million square kilometres. Of the 300 islands, about 100 are inhabited. The capital Suva is on the southeast coast of the largest island, Viti Levu, Great Fiji. Fiji was first settled about 3,500 years ago. The original inhabitants are now called Lapita people, after a distinctive type of fine pottery they produced, remnants of which have been found in practically all the islands of the Pacific east of New Guinea, though not in eastern Polynesia. Before long, they had moved on, colonising Rotuma to the north and Tonga and Samoa to the east. From there, vast distances were crossed to complete the settlement of the Pacific, to Hawaii in the north, Rapa Nui, Easter Island in the east, and Aotearoa, New Zealand in the south. Unlike the islands of Polynesia, which showed a continuous, steadily evolving culture from initial occupation, Fiji appears to have undergone at least 2 periods of rapid cultural change in prehistoric times. Fijians first impressed themselves on European consciousness through the writings of the members of the expeditions of Cook, who met them in Tonga. They were described as formidable warriors and ferocious cannibals, builders of the finest vessels in the Pacific, but not great sailors. They inspired awe among the Tongans, and all their manufacturers, especially bark cloth and clubs, were highly esteemed and much in demand. They called their home Viti, but the Tongans called it Fisi. It is by this foreign pronunciation Fiji, first promulgated by Cook, that these islands are now known. After the explorers, other Europeans followed. For over half a century, Fijian culture enjoyed what has been called its golden age, as tools and weapons brought by traders were turned by resourceful chiefs to their own advantage. Canoes and houses were built, confederations formed, and wars were fought on a grand scale without precedent. Gradually and inevitably, however, the Fijian way of life was changed. As Christianity spread in the islands, wars ceased abruptly and Western clothing was adopted. The 20th century brought about important economic changes in Fiji, as well as the maturation of its political system. Fiji developed a major sugar industry and established productive copper milling, tourism and secondary industries. As the country now diversifies into small-scale industries, the economy is strengthened and revenues provided for expanded public works, infrastructure, health, medical services and education. The country's central position in the region has been strengthened by recent developments in sea and air communications and transport. Today, Fiji plays a major role in regional affairs and is recognised as the focal point of the South Pacific. The Indians have also regarded Fiji as their home. Most of them are descendants of labourers brought to the country from India to work in the sugar plantations about 100 years ago under the indentured labour system. Lush jungles, pristine beaches, colourful reefs, warm waters, an exotic cuisine and a friendly atmosphere make this South Pacific archipelago a tropical paradise. The Republic of Fiji offers a mix of Indigenous, Asian and European cultures and religions, and the locals are known for being friendly and fun-loving. Their ancient rituals, island lifestyle and welcoming Bula call are extended to all visitors. And you can take part in ceremonies, taste traditional food, go fishing or diving, or simply relax in an all-inclusive. Only about a third of the islands are inhabited, and the main island, Viti Levu, is where most Fijians live. Spend some time in Nadi, pronounced Nandi, to buy wooden artefacts and admire the Sri Siva Subramanya Temple. Along the island's coral coast, you can find upscale international resorts, long beaches and the aromatic Fiji Spice Garden. Watch a traditional dance show at Port Denarau. From there, cruise to the lush Mamanuca Islands and stay in one of the resorts on the ocean front. Join the fun in tiny Beachcomber Island, Fiji's party destination. Or relax in Tivua Island, where you are more than likely to have the beach all to yourself. Sail or fly to the Yasawa Islands, northeast from Viti Levu, where you can hike through the rainforest or scuba dive around colourful reefs. Enjoy the beautiful beaches of Nunuyalai Island, or visit a traditional village on Nakula Island. Fiji is known as a picture-perfect paradise. The breathtaking beaches, beautiful blue waters, and exquisite ocean views and mountain vistas in Fiji cannot be beat. Outdoor enthusiasts can enjoy a number of activities, including hiking, biking, diving, snorkeling, canoeing, and more. Nature lovers will relish seeing all the lush surroundings and the exotic species you can find here. For those who enjoy art and culture, Fiji has plenty of both to take you in, as well as excellent dining, shopping, and entertainment options. The Fiji surf is simply spectacular, and many travellers looking to experience the links here find that Fiji golf is some of the best in the world. Fiji is a dream vacation destination with something for every type of traveller to enjoy. For this reason, it's becoming increasingly popular to have a Fiji wedding or go on a Fiji honeymoon. Some of the sights you will definitely want to see include Navala Village. The beautiful surroundings and breathtaking views of the highlands are well worth the trip. There are homes here built in the traditional island style of bamboo and thatch. Guests can enjoy a traditional Yagona ceremony too. Yasawa Islands. This chain of islands is a great area to enjoy beach hopping. There are plenty of great places to stretch out and relax here, as well as a number of boats and catamarans in the area that travellers can rent for the afternoon. Navua River. Nature lovers will find a trip to this waterway very inspiring. Here you can travel from the rainforests to nearby villages and see all of the wildlife and natural beauty firsthand. Guests can ride on a motorised canoe or traditional bamboo raft. Nananuiara Island. Situated off the north coast of Viti Levu, this small island features some of the best sheltered beaches full of undersea creatures. The historic Coral Coast. In between all of the beautiful beaches that make up Fiji, there is also a significant amount of history to be found. Highlights include Nakabuta Pottery Village, the Sigakota Sand Dunes, and the Tavuni Fort. Bauma National Park. The tropical rainforest situated in Tavauni's north section is an exquisite sight to see, and a spectacular mountain range serves as a beautiful backdrop. Bula, a word you hear many times a day in Fiji, means hello and is always pronounced with a smile. Fiji holidays are the experience of a lifetime and your chance to escape to a world without stress. Fiji is renowned for its stunning beaches, beautiful warm climate and its unique relaxed island atmosphere. You won't be able to escape the friendliness of the Fijian people or the sheer natural beauty. Get ready for swaying palms and warm, clear water. There is a huge choice of Fiji accommodation. In fact, there are over 50 resorts and hotels spread over the 320 islands that make up Fiji. Many hotels and resorts are located on the largest two islands of Fiji, Viti Levu and Vanau Levu, while others are situated in the private oasis of the smaller group of islands, such as the Mamanuca and Yasawa Islands. These islands may contain a small number of resorts or even just a single resort. The facilities available at Fiji resorts vary greatly. Some resorts boast day spas, fully equipped gyms, huge lagoon-style pools and modern rooms with all the modern holiday accommodation conveniences, while others are aimed at budget travellers and those desiring an escape from the modern way of life. Fiji holidays can take any form you prefer. Spend your days relaxing by the pool and nights strolling the beach or dining in style. Or pack your days with activities like snorkeling, diving, parasailing or golf. If you're looking for some nightlife, why not take in the atmosphere of a cultural show or nightclub? Many Fiji tours are available to explore the islands, and Fiji cruises are also a great way to experience what this beautiful part of the world has to offer. The list of activities offered by various resorts is almost endless. One of the reasons for Fiji's popularity as a holiday destination is the beautiful climate of this region. Temperatures are always between 74 to 81 degrees, with the favoured time of year for travel from around April to October, those being the cooler months. There is always a cool tropical breeze and the water temperatures are always perfect. The wet season occurs from December to March and can bring heavy rain. Tropical cyclones have also been common in recent years around this time. Visit our Fiji weather page for more details. Fiji consists of over 320 islands, many of which are not inhabited. The main island, Viti Levu, contains the capital Suva in the east and Nadi on the west coast. Nadi is the location of the international airport where holiday visitors arrive. From Nadi, travellers make their way to their accommodation or transfer to the smaller islands, often after an overnight stay in Viti Levu. The Mamanuca group of islands is located very close to Nadi and contain a number of popular island resorts. Transfers to the closer islands are easily facilitated by boat, with air transfers being common for the outer islands and those further away. If a reoccurring thought creeps into your work-weary mind, I'd rather be at the beach, you're not alone. We all long for a slice of tropical bliss. White sandy beaches, palm trees swaying in the breeze, maybe a cocktail in hand. It's a picture that puts us into a relaxed frame of mind. That tropical dreamscape is mirrored perfectly in Fiji, a place known for its family-friendly resorts or the intimate couple's hideaway. If you can dream it, Fiji has it. It won't be long before you feel a curious reality take hold in Fiji. It may not be immediately apparent, but you're sure to notice it, and by the holiday's end are likely to be entirely consumed by it. This serene, unseen force may even take some time to shake upon your return to reality. We're of course talking about the cultural phenomenon known as Fiji time. It may be a colloquial term, but its meaning and desired effects are simple. Slow down and enjoy the moment. Considering our fast-paced Aussie lifestyle, the concept can seem foreign at first. Harboured not in indulgence, but in a way that reflects contentment, joy and peace, you know your holiday has reached its zenith when you have reached the nirvana known as Fiji time. The largest of the Fijian islands, Viti Levu, is where you'll find the main international airport of Nadi. At more than 10,000 square kilometres, the island is one of the largest in the South Pacific. Fiji's capital Suva sits on the southern shore, about 190 kilometres from Nadi. If it's family fun or social interaction you're looking for, Denarau is the place for you. Just off the island of Viti Levu and 5 kilometres from Nadi City, you'll find all the big name hotels and resorts here. Properties such as the Hilton, Westin, Sheraton, Sofitel, Radisson and more call this top leisure area home. Although an island, it's joined to the mainland by a small causeway. From here, you can catch a sea transfer to the Yasawa Islands or the Mamanuca Islands. Day trips are available to other islands or to a fun spot such as Cloud 9, a platform floating in the Mamanuca Islands that's a hub for water sports or simply reef top relaxing. Accessible yet remote, that's the appeal of the Yasawa Islands. Northwest of Viti Levu, the Yasawa Islands feature a plentiful array of affordable accommodation options, as well as a collection of upscale resorts. You won't find banks or shopping malls here, but you will find lots in the way of outdoor activities. Hiking, snorkeling and diving are just some of the ways you can pass the time on these pristine islands. Getting there. Seaplane and helicopter transfers can be arranged with your resort. Ferry connections take about 3.5 hours and depart daily from Denarau Island Marina. From the unspoiled rainforests to the brilliant colours of the Great Astrolabe Reef, Kadavu is the ultimate island if you want to get back to nature. With very few roads to interrupt the scenery and only one small town, this eco-paradise is the perfect getaway. You'll definitely want to spend some time exploring the island's vast underwater world. While on land, Kadavu's lush tropical rainforests offer incredible birdwatching opportunities. Getting there. Flights to Kadavu are available on Fiji Airways from Nadi and Suva. Many resorts offer connecting boat transfers from Suva or land transport from the airport. There's also a ferry that departs daily from Suva. One of the most popular island chains in Fiji, the Mamanuca Islands, offers large hotels and more intimate resorts. Made up of 20 islands, the Mamanucas are just a short plane or ferry ride from Denarau and the island of Viti Levu. Known for its Hollywood location appearances, most notably in the film Castaway and on the TV show Survivor Fiji, the Mamanucas offers a great mix of the party life and peaceful me time. Getting there. Helicopter or seaplane transfers are the fastest method of travel. South Sea Cruises provides 3 daily boat departures from Denarau Island Marina. The largest island, Viti Levu, pronounced Viti Levu, is home to 70% of the population, around 600,000, and is the hub of the entire archipelago. It measures 146 kilometres long and 106 kilometres wide, and has an area of 10,398 square kilometres. In the realm of Pacific Islands, it is exceeded in size only by New Caledonia and the Big Island of Hawaii. Commensurate with the island's size is its importance. Viti Levu's rich river valleys support the country's densest population centres. Extensive sugarlands lie on its western and northern coasts. Gold mines, dairy farms, light manufacturing and the most important industry, tourism, contribute to its wealth. In addition, the island is the hub of air and sea communications in the southwestern Pacific. Viti Levu has evolved geologically into its present form through a long and complex series of events. During protracted periods, it lay deep beneath the sea, and at other times, much of it was buried under massive amounts of lava and other volcanic materials. The land was tilted, broken, and pushed in every which way, yet it emerged as a symmetrically shaped island, with a mountain barrier forming a roughly north-south axis or backbone. The island lies in the path of the prevailing trade winds, resulting in heavy rainfall over the windward slopes of the east, and leaving the countryside to the west generally sun-drenched and dry. The transition from wet to dry zones is abrupt and can be best seen from the air. In general, the area of the island east of the north-south mountain axis is dense and green with vegetation, while the area to the west is light yellow-green or yellow and brown according to the season. Viti Levu has it all. Cities, offshore resorts, cane fields, nightlife, lowlife, villages. And as everywhere else in Fiji, has no shortage of friendly local people. Visitors to Fiji will no doubt arrive at Nadi International Airport, a dusty farming and tourist centre on the west coast of Viti Levu that is rapidly growing in stature. There are a plethora of accommodations in Nadi. Be sure and check the Nadi page for lodging and restaurant recommendations. Just north, 20 minutes away by car, is Lautoka, the second largest city and the second port of entry. The dry western side of the island, known locally as the Burning West, is the site of most of the tourist resorts as well as extensive sugarlands. Activities. 1. On the southwestern shore is Suva, the largest city, the chief port and the capital. 2. Refer to the Suva page for information on accommodations, restaurants and other activities. 3. Viti Levu has one main road around its perimeter. Most of this road is well maintained, especially the stretches between Sigagota and Nadi and Suva and Pacific Harbour, which make up a comparative superhighway. 4. Lesser used portions of the road may be in a poorer state of repair due to flooding, hurricanes or whatever natural disasters may have just occurred. 5. The highway circling the island is actually divided into 2 sections. Queen's Road, which covers the southern coast from Suva to Lautoka, and King's Road, which includes the north coast, also from Suva to Lautoka. 6. Of the 2, Queen's Road is the shorter route to Suva, 221 kilometres. A leisurely drive time is about 3 hours. In theory, the island could be circled in a day, but this would involve maniacally driving and certainly wouldn't be any fun. The best suggestion is to take your time and do it in 2, 3 or even 4 days, stopping along the way to see all the points of interest and chatting with the local villagers. There are some interesting inland and coastal turn-offs mentioned in this guide, but do not expect sealed roads on these detours. Inclement weather, not unusual in Fiji, may make them even worse, so be forewarned. Drivers should also keep a lookout for locals walking on the edge of the highway and ubiquitous stray stock at any time of the day or night. Note that the highway is not quite so good on the top side of the island past Raki Raki. Fiji's cannibalistic past is no secret. In fact, there are mementos of this morbid history in nearly every souvenir shop in Fiji. Handcrafted wooden cannibal forks with 4 prongs on the end come in all sorts of sizes, and tiny cannibal figures made from polished coconut shells adorn the shop shelves. It isn't a traditional Fijian ceremony unless kava is involved. Made from the ground BUCONA root, drinking kava is a way of life for many Fijians. The powder is strained through a cloth and mixed with water into a muddy-looking substance before being shared around to drink. Hand in hand with kava, polished coconut shells are widely available at local markets and souvenir shops. Fijians use them for serving kava, although travellers may wish to use them for more decorative purposes back home if drinking kava is not high on the priority list. Fiji's pearls are said to be some of the rarest in the world due to their unique colours including chocolate brown. J. Hunter. Pearls in Savu Savu offer snorkel tours of the pearl farms and the opportunity to purchase different grades of pearls, starting at $50 Fijian and rising well into the thousands for a single pearl. A Bula t-shirt to Fiji is what a Hawaiian shirt is to, well, Hawaii. Worn by many Fijians as their working uniform, a Bula shirt is a short-sleeved button shirt, typically with frangipani or other flower patterns. Turtles feature a wide range of traditional Fijian souvenirs. They're said to be tokens of good luck. Turtles used to be widely consumed across the Fiji Islands due to their significance in the local culture. However, the Fiji Fisheries Act now prohibits the killing of sea turtles. Turtle-shaped wooden souvenirs are still widely available, such as bowls, turtle paintings, turtle carvings, and many other items. These paintings are on a cloth which is made from bark of the paper mulberry tree. The dyes used are all made from natural products, such as terracotta clay. The paintings in souvenir shops are usually created as the map of the Fiji Islands or artworks of turtles. Buy local and stock up on pure Fiji beauty products of the Fiji Islands. Choose unique island fragrances such as noni, coconut, mango, guava and frangipani. Alternatively, you can purchase products from Pure Fiji's other line, Reniu. These handcrafted masks were once used to represent different gods or deities, as well as concepts such as happiness, strength or prosperity. A great number of readers have inquired about purchasing real estate in Fiji and becoming a resident. As the Australian, New Zealand and North American baby boomer cohort eases towards retirement and individuals seek second homes far from the beaten path, Fiji has become increasingly popular. This is in large part due to Fiji's comparatively inexpensive land price versus that of destinations such as Tahiti and Hawaii. The easiest way for a foreigner to purchase land in Fiji is to become a permanent resident. This does not mean giving away your passport. You don't have to be a permanent resident. You can actually stay in the country for up to 6 months just on a tourist visa. But it's the most expedient thing to do if you plan to spend long periods of time here. Most foreigners who own property can obtain a renewable 3-year permanent residency. Fiji may still be one of the better land investment opportunities in the Pacific, despite prices having gone up significantly over the past 4 years. There are 3 types of land in Fiji: native trust land, crown land and freehold. Native land can be leased but never sold, and as such it is usually considered a can of worms to develop anything on native land. Crown land is basically government land. Freehold property is the same as fee simple. It can be bought and sold freely and owned forever. Whenever looking at freehold land, however, always insist on seeing the freehold title and research through a competent attorney whether the title is indeed free and clear with no caveats, mortgages or other legal hassles attached to it. If you're going to purchase freehold property, it's a good idea to go through a reputable real estate agency or a real estate development company where you have the security of both freehold ownership and assistance in the buying process. The last thing you want to deal with in Fiji is a legal dispute. Chances are you're not going to come out on top.